Hi. So, whatever happened to Jen Shah? She got arrested for wire fraud, federal court case, and was released on bail. I think she had, I'm not sure, I think it was a $100,000 bail. So you had to come up with 10% of it in order to come out on bond, and she did get her bond money. And so she's out, and she is recording her television show with the rest of the cast, and she is planning to be back on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City when it returns. And hopefully she'll be out for long enough so that she can do the full season recording and then get her case settled. Whatever goes happens, she might get 30 years if she is convicted of the charges. Sometimes the feds arrest people because they want names of others. So, I don't know whether Jen Shah is the real target, whether somebody else is the real target. Her assistant was also arrested, and I don't know if he's out on bond also, if he will be in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City on the next season, but we'll have to wait and see. It says that Jen has changed her hair from black to blonde, but it's still that crazy Jen face under the hair, so you'll easily recognize her. Jen is Jen with black hair or Jen with blonde hair. It's still that crazy face, and we all know Jen and her wacky personality. She's accused of telemarketing and getting money out of seniors, and I think this is one of the lowest things you can do. Seniors, they're dependent, they don't have extra money, and if they do get swindled, they don't have any place to go to get extra money because their work life cycle has ended. They have a definite, defined amount of money coming in, and any money taken out doesn't get replenished by, say, getting a second job or getting putting in extra hours or anything like that. So stealing from a senior, I think, is one of the lowest things you can do. And they have needs. They have to fix up their houses. They have to, do whatever they need to do socially. They have all kinds of expenses, car expenses, transportation expenses. Plus, a lot of them stop driving after a while, so they'll have to pay a driver. And if they end up going to some sort of home, they have to pay extra. Those homes are very expensive when you get 24-hour everyday care. And so those are expensive if you want to go to a nice place to live out your last years. So I'm really against people who are swindling the seniors. There are plenty of people to swindle. Seniors, of course, also lose some of their mental ability in the later years, and swindling the seniors, are able to catch them making a mistake or not being able to see right or doing something else or being confused and not having a good support system. And I think it's terrible. I think if she was swindling seniors, you got to pay something back in order to clear up your misdeeds. They said she's been doing this for about 10 years. We don't know the case, but the feds will bring it out when it's time, and we'll see whether or not Jen is a real character in this telemarketing scheme or whether she's just a person that they're trying to get somebody else and she's not the real person they're out to catch. There's a new person going to be on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and this person looks like she's from Thailand or Vietnamese maybe, but she's very pretty, and I guess she's hawking some sort of tequila. It's called Vita Tequila, and that's going to be her business niche on the show. And so I don't know whether she's a replacement for Jen, because they think Jen's going to be going, or whether she is just an addition that they wanted. But I think she looks like she's going to be a good addition to the show, and I think she's going to bring a lot of pluses to the show, and we can all enjoy when the show returns. So I don't think there's anything. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is when Jen went to court during her arraignment, she went with all these braids, long braids in her hair. Now, Jen does not relish or celebrate being black, but here she goes to court and she looks totally black with these braids in her hair, totally different than the hairstyles she normally uses. And I was wondering, I mean, her face even looks darker. I don't know whether she was using darker makeup. I don't know what was going on with Jen during this arraignment that she went to go with like this. I mean, it was almost in costume, and it was kind of ridiculous, but who knows what Jen's thinking. You know, she's kind of a wacky person, and we'll see what happens. So she was ordered to surrender her passport. She can't use a credit card. She can't get any new credit cards or any new lines of credit. She can't contact her co-accused assistant, Smith, and, you know, can't leave the country, of course, and so forth. So we'll see what happens with Jen when the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City returns, and in the coming months as she faces actual court, a non-reality show actual court.